Hey guys, Jamie here from Keeping It Koi. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. Today we are not talking koi. Today we are talking orb. Yes, as by this title, this video is not koi related. This is a very strange, very unusual video. I don't really know how to describe it. I have my thoughts on what it might be, but we want to hear your opinions. This video is going out because of my mum and for my mum. This is her garden on her security cameras, and she wants to know what you guys think this is. So whether you're a subscriber of my channel or whether you're just someone passing through and have found this video because you like this kind of thing, please leave your comments in the description below. We would love to hear your thoughts. So a very quick backstory. My mum and my sister had a very good friend. He unfortunately, sadly passed away on the 16th of December 2021 at around 5 p.m. Now, 7 hours later, my mum's 2 security cameras started going off. They're motion sensor cameras, so they don't record all night. They only record when they sense motion. Now, she's got 2 cameras in the garden, and both cameras were triggered on the same night, one after the other. So sit back, relax, and let me know what you think this is. So as you can see, the camera kicked in at 32 seconds past midnight on the 17th of December 2021. And you can see in the bottom left hand screen of the corner what's triggered the camera, which is a small shiny orb. Now, I have my suspicions to what I think this may be, but my opinion doesn't matter. I want to hear on your thoughts. Now, this is camera 1 that's in this garden. And you can see there the orb has just floated out of screen. So, that was the first clip from the first camera. What do you think so far? Strange, hey? So literally just over half an hour later, the second camera triggers. And this time, we get really weird. This is camera 2, and again, an orb which is a completely different camera on a completely different angle, but the orb seems to be in the same sort of position as to what the other camera was picking up, which is above the shed and the hot tub in front of the washing, because the other camera is up over that way facing down into the garden. Now you can see here it's still on the left hand side of the screen. The time is now 33 minutes past the hour of 12 when this camera's motion got triggered. Yet it's the same orb on a completely different camera of the same garden, which is, you know, I mean, I still have my suspicions, but this is strange to have. If it was just one camera, I would have said exactly what it is, but this is 2 separate cameras in the middle of the night. 33 minutes past 12 we are now, and this orb is floating around the hot tub and on the shed roof. Now, my mum's theory on this is, as I mentioned before, that a friend of my mum's and my sister's had passed away, and he used to come over to their garden very regularly for all my sister's birthday parties and my mum's birthday and whatnot, and that is where they would be, in the hot tub. The shed summer house would be used as a changing room or bar, or depending on the weather, stick a sofa in there type thing, and, you know, keep out of the rain. But that is my mum's theory. But yeah, it's very odd. I mean, it almost looks like a head. But yeah, it's one that I would certainly like your opinion on. I mean, this video does go on a little bit longer than the other one before it disappears and the camera then switches off. But yeah, whatever it is, certainly likes that hot tub. And the other camera at the minute isn't on and kicked in, so it's obviously just in front of this camera at the minute, because they're motion sensor cameras, so they record when obviously they see movement. Obviously night vision cameras as well. There isn't any lights in the garden. This is all in night vision. But yeah, if anyone has any thoughts or any explanations as to what they think this orb shape light might be, I would like to hear your comments. This video is more benefit to my mum, as this is her garden, and she showed me these videos and asked me on my thoughts, and I've told my mum what I think this is. But if you have any ideas whatsoever, please leave your comments down below, as I would muchly, and my mum would muchly appreciate it. Yeah, it's certainly moving about, isn't it? It's very odd. It just really does like that hot tub. Bear in mind, this is December, so that hot tub is empty and off. And there you go. That was the second clip from the second camera. Completely different angle, yet we're still looking at possibly the same orb. That kind of threw out my suspicions of what I thought it was, because what I thought it was would have only been hanging around over one camera. This is a completely different camera. I mean, I put them up for her, so they're probably about 20 meters away from each other. So yeah, they're not side by side. You've got one camera just behind the shed looking down the whole garden, and that camera up on top of the side of the house looking down. So yeah, very odd, very odd. Now this third clip, this is what threw me completely. This is an hour later, triggered again by the first camera, but an hour after the second camera went off. Check this out. Been tripped back over to the other camera, and if you look in the middle of the garden at the screen there, a shape and a shadow is walking across the middle of the garden in the snow. And there it goes, fading off into the distance. What a strange phenomenon. And there we have it. What do you think? Is it a spirit? Is it an orb? Let me hear your thoughts. Now, bear in mind, their good friend died 7 hours prior to that and loved my mum's garden. So it's very strange. Now, the thoughts I had in my head, I'm not going to say what they are because that might influence your comments. But the thing that got me is going back to the first camera at the very end there and watching that figure just walking across the back of the garden. Very strange, very strange. And as I say, they're motion sensor cameras, so they would only kick in when something moves in front of them. And as you could see by the washing on the line in the snow, the washing wasn't moving. I think it was frozen solid. Mum, why have you got washing out when it's snowing? Mothers. But yeah, please let me know your thoughts. Drop your comments below. We would love to hear what you guys think. And on that note, thanks all for watching. Give us a thumbs up and we'll catch you all on the next one.